show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
And good evening, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Drop Zone with your boys Anthony Young and Jeff Walsh. How you doing today, bud?
Pretty good. As you see, I'm wearing my dummy of the week because I have a dummy of the week this week. So always exciting. And you are rocking a new look. So how are you doing?
Uh, Not too bad. Doing pretty good. Yes,
You're
I
joining
am.
me in the glasses. You are joining me in the glasses gang. I see. I see.
Yes, I am. It's as you get older, your eyesight just isn't what it used to be. So, yeah, I finally broke down and found a nice pair of glasses. Of course, they're frameless. I can't have any frames or anything like that.
hmm
So, but we also have the stream going on the Facebook group page again, 2 weeks in a row. Whew.
Mm, Honestly, in northeastern PA, it might snow tomorrow. So I can't even say that as a joke. But I think I think that the sky's falling. There you go. There's that one. But yeah.
It's been snowing here since late Sunday night.
Well, it was about 70 on Monday, and then it was about 22 on Tuesday. So that's how we're doing things here in Pennsylvania.
Sounds
Oh,
like the weather here in Michigan.
It went from 70 to 22, and it's my week off of work. So I'm like not knowing like what to do with myself. But yeah, you're joining me in the Four Eyes Club so we could see all these breaking news trades that are going on in the NFL. There's been a lot. There's been some confusing ones that we are going to talk about today, or
Very confusing.
mm, um, tonight. We will talk about those first because those are more in topic. We might talk a little bit about the NBA. The season's kind of winding down a little bit. We can talk about some of the seedings, how we think things are going to line up, and like who we think is a real contender or is who just kind of pretending right now, who we don't think really has a shot. And it is March. March Madness is around the corner. Me and Tony have filled out a bracket ourselves. So we will talk about our brackets and who we think is going to win the entire thing. That's what we got. So we will talk about the the biggest trade that we had uh, in the in the past week. Andy Dalton is now a Philadelphia Eagle. Can you believe that
Oh wait,
Carolina traded Andy Dalton to the Eagles? Oh my God! Like that's the big trade of the week. No, I'm like kidding.
I missed
Tony,
that one.
yeah, like it just happened about a few hours ago. Like they traded him to the Eagles for a 2027 seventh. But
Hmm. I ain't
obviously,
getting the notices on that one.
but obviously the big trade happened yesterday. Miami traded for, or sorry, Miami traded away Jalen Waddle to Denver for a boatload of picks. You can take it away, Tony.
Yeah, like we was discussing before we went on the air, like we were trying to figure out, why they would do this trade. And like I said, like I was telling Jeff, you know, it came across my phone as Denver finally gets a number one receiver from Miami. And I'm thinking, okay, they can be Tyreek Hill. Could they release Hill? And I'm thinking, it's definitely, they didn't trade Waddle because that would make no sense whatsoever. Well, guess what? They traded Waddle. So basically, Waddle and Patrick Surtain will be teaming up again. They used to be teammates at Alabama. So now you get you got your defensive star on the defense, and now you're getting a. Well, I pretty much would say call him. I would call him an A receiver. I won't call him a plus receiver. He hasn't fully hit that section yet, but he is getting there. The trade will include, so basically Denver gets Waddle, and they're sending the 30th overall selection from the draft. Um, yeah, the rest of the draft picks seem to be kind of not mentioned. I know there's a couple of draft picks involved, but they're keeping those under wraps so far. It's just next month 30th pick that Denver is definitely giving up. There is more draft picks that is included, but I guess they're still discussing which picks they're going to be. But yeah, Jason Jalen Waddle is now a Denver Bronco.
Yeah, it's it's a decent amount of picks. Not not anything crazy. It's only two other ones. It was actually this year's third and this year's fourth, which is the 94th overall pick and the 130th overall pick. And the Dolphins are also giving the Broncos this year's fourth round pick, which would be the 111th overall. Um, yeah, I mean, very interesting. The Dolphins are really just hitting the reset button on this whole debacle that they have created for themselves, really. I mean, this is all on the GM and whatever they did to, again, they gave Tua a huge contract, which I don't think he really, I mean, I can't say that he didn't earn it because he's playing since he was younger, but I don't think he was worth that amount of contract, and I think they're realizing that in the dead cat money that that they're taking on this year,
Which is
it's a lot.
godly insane.
And then with Tyreek Hill's dead cat money that they're taking on because they had to release him, and now they sign Malik Willis, which I actually like that signing for them, but then they trade away his number one target.
Which doesn't
They
make any sense.
they they trade away his number one receiver to a team that, in my opinion, if Bo Nix doesn't get hurt, I think they could possibly win the Super Bowl. That's how good they were playing. That's how good of a defense they had. And it and that team just needed just a bit more offense that they would have gotten out of Bo Nix against the Patriots that could have led them to the Super Bowl. And now Nix gets kind of a 1A, 1B if you think about it. I mean, if you think about Sutton there in Denver already, along with Evan Ingram and the good running game that they have there as well. So this Denver team is looking really loaded. Um, and then again, obviously their defense is top notch as well. So this is a no-brainer to me for the Broncos because they are in a win now situation. But for Miami, I really don't understand it. And I guess it just leads just more into the, to me, almost incompetence of what they've got going on in the front office of just the many years of incompetence of how they handled the whole Tua thing, his his injuries and the concussions and just how everything was handled. And Mike McDaniel, I think he was there a little bit too long. So like a big process could have been going on a bit more instead of just completely hitting the full reset that we are seeing now. Teams have called and asked about A Chain, and they have told him that he's not available. So maybe they're just going to try and build around a star running back, but I don't know. You need a star wide receiver to help your quarterback, and they got rid of him to the Broncos.
Yeah, like I said, it just doesn't make any sense. You sign Malik Willis, to a 3-year contract. You know, and he's coming there thinking, okay, you know, yeah, granted, I don't have Hill, but I still have Waddle, I still have a Cheney, and then a week later they ship out Waddle, and I'm pretty sure Malik Willis is like, what is going on here? This is not what I signed up for. You know, I signed up thinking I'm gonna at least have Waddle to go with Cheney, and now I'm just having a Cheney. Now we've heard teams, I mean, in the past say, you know, players are untouched and stuff like this, and then next thing you know, like a month or two later, that player is being traded. So right now, I'm not believing anything that's coming out of Miami's mouth as far as players are untouchable because, like we both said, we never expected Waddle to be gone after they release Hill because it doesn't make any sense. And so, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if there's, you know, talks going around about a Cheney being traded, which really means that they're really hitting the reset and panic button at the same time.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the post of what the wide receiver room looks like now. But the dead money for this season is now over $175 million for the Dolphins. Tua is like we mentioned last week, about $50 million. Plus, I think I said like $66 million, and then the rest is going to be $33 million for next year.
Yeah, his total cap hit is 99 million.
Yeah, like it was over like 100. It is like right almost at 100 million.
Yeah,
Tyreek's is 28.2. Waddles is 26.3. Jalen Ramsey, they're still paying dead cap money to, or they're
yeah,
or
Brian.
uh is 29 is about 21 million. Minka, who they just traded, is 13 million. Bradley Chubb, 10.9. But they are paying dead cap money out the ass.
Yeah, they're
Uh,
going to be stuck for a while.
yeah. Um, and again, this trade to me only hurts them. I mean, great. They could pick a wide receiver at number 30. That doesn't solve your problems at that point. Like you could have, I don't know. Like you really could have done something differently. I'm trying to find like there was a post that mentioned what the wide receiver room looks like now, and it is not to talk shit on the players, but it's
It's,
piss poor
it's,
now.
it's the who's who of whoever.
It is. It is not good. It is a not good wide receiver room, and now again, like you said, now like Willis is like great. This is not what I signed the $3 million contract or the 3 year contract to deal with. It's almost like he went back to the Titans at this point.
Pretty much.
It's a worse
So
version of the Titans, actually.
this is their wide receiver room right now. You got Tutu Atwell,
Hmm.
AJ Henning, Terrence Marshall Jr., Jalen Tolbert, Malik Washington, Taj Washington, Theo Wees Jr., and that's it. I've never heard of any of. I mean, us. Well, I heard of Tutu Atwell, but he's not a number one. He's more like a number three, number four type of receiver.
Yeah, he's a slot guy.
So
Yeah, I've heard
yeah,
of I think about three of them. Malik Willis, Godspeed, man, Godspeed. Enjoy Miami, enjoy that nice weather. But man, I don't know.
yeah. Poor Malik Willis. I mean,
Yeah, like I went from Tennessee, uh, with that absolute shit show of a quarterback room they didn't know how to manage. Um,
to
he
Green
goes
Bay,
to
which was pretty decent.
which is good. He looked good in the starts that he had. That's why he got the pay that he did. Again, he goes there thinking, all right, Hill's gone. I still got Waddle. I can still make it work. you don't have Waddle no more.
If I was Malik Willis, I was like, "Can I be traded, please?"
Mm, that guy. Um, yeah, so that was that trade. March 16th brought another trade that I don't understand from one side, and it's the Jets.
Oh
Surprise.
yeah, Justin Fields.
Yeah, they traded Justin Fields to the Chiefs for a 2027 sixth round pick. A sixth round pick, that's all they got out of Justin Fields. Um, I thought it was going to be a QB competition between him and Gino. I thought that's what they were going to do, but
Apparently not anymore.
I'm guessing they're just going to slate Gino into start. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. But for the Chiefs, it makes sense. I mean, Mahomes isn't going to play forever.
Not only that,
He's
he is still injured.
Yeah, like he's
Recovered from
again, he's going to be coming
ACL.
back after an ACL. I've been saying it all off season. I hope he doesn't try and come back too quick because I don't know. I just don't. I'm always wary about the ACL, Achilles, all those injuries. So you get Justin Fields as a security blanket, which is good. Again, he's a good mobile quarterback, and he's proven himself with his arm. Just the Jets sucked last year, and there's really no full part to him. His defense didn't get an interception all year last year.
That
So
that team was just awful all year round on all aspects of the ball, special teams, defense, offense. It was just. I mean, we talked about Tennessee being a shit show, but that was more. I believe that was more of a shit show than Tennessee was.
yeah, like Tim Ward had some bright spots last year. The Jets had none, none. It was so bad last year. So honestly, again, Fields, I wish that we kept him on the Steelers. I really liked how he played on the Steelers 2 years ago now. Um, so I felt bad that he even went to the Jets. Um, but now he's in a great situation in Kansas City. Um, so yeah, I don't know if you have any thoughts on the trade. Again, to me, the Jets side makes absolutely no sense, but for Kansas City, to me, it makes a lot of sense to have him.
Well, you got to look at it this way. Now it doesn't force Mahomes to rush back to get back on the field because now you got to back. I mean, yeah, he didn't show much in Chicago because that was a shit show when he was there.
Yeah, they
He
couldn't
looked,
manage that at all.
he looked good in Pittsburgh until they decided to put Russell Wilson in, and which never made any sense.
Don't remind me.
So then he goes to the Jets, thinking, okay, he has some talent on offense, but again, that was worse of more of a shit show than any other place he's been. So now he's actually on a stable team. He has a veteran quarterback that he could actually learn from. And Andy
And a
Reid
head
is
coach. Yeah.
exactly Andy Reid is a great he is more of a defensive minded coach, but he is great with quarterbacks. I mean, look at the quarterbacks he had throughout his career: Donovan McNabb, Michael Vick. Now he got Pat Mahomes, and now
Alex
Justin
Smith.
Fields, Alex Smith, who we all written off because we
Hmm.
thought he was done.
Yeah, and look what happened in Kansas City before Mahomes. People who don't remember Alex Smith was there first, and he did a damn good job with Andy Reid.
Yes, he did. So I mean, this is only going to help Fields. Like I said, he just all he needs to do is just keep the Kansas City afloat until Mahomes returns from injury.
Which again, I'm hearing nothing but good reports. How it's healing very good, but again, I think me and you think the same on this. Don't rush yourself back from a soft tissue injury like that. Hamstring,
Exactly.
I get worried about. ACL, I get worried about. Achilles, I get worried about. Just take it easy, and this is why they get him. Again, Mahomes can mentor Fields, and Fields gives Mahomes the opportunity to where he won't be out there as much. To where I think in the games where maybe the Chiefs are up by 20 points or like
They could pull him.
15 to 20 points in the fourth quarter, they could pull him. They don't got to play him the entire time. They could have him take a one off, one on, one off, one on. He doesn't have to play and not everything has to be on him. I think is maybe what they're trying to accomplish to where like he's out there all the time. He's running around nonstop. So I think that's what they're trying to accomplish, and I think it's going to be very good. Again, Mahomes isn't going to be playing forever.
Not only that,
Like, let's just be honest.
that gives the Chiefs a little bit more flexibility with packages that they could put for Fields, like
Hmm.
Pittsburgh was doing for a while when Russell Wilson came back, and which still was mind-boggling to me why they did that. But
Shut up! You guys fucking took him too. The Giants took Russ to see how it worked, and you guys gave him 3 games.
yeah, don't remind me.
Yeah, no, me and you have bad experiences with Russell Wilson, and he's still on your team too.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, so that was that trade. And the NFL is so just crazy right now. Like this offseason's been nonstop. I get notification every about 2 minutes about something that goes on. Um, I'm just gonna go to the 12th, which is last Thursday. The Chargers signed running back Keaton Mitchell. I think that's just a very Harbaugh signing. He was with
I
his brother
think we
last year.
discussed those.
We did.
I
I mean,
believe
that was
so.
last. I mean, that was last Thursday. I believe that's.
Oh, okay, yeah. So we didn't get a chance to. Yeah, that was the day after the podcast.
Hmm. Oh yeah, Minnesota has done it. They signed Kyler Murray.
Yeah. We all. I mean, we knew that was coming.
Yeah, I mean, when it was nothing but reports about, oh, he's going to Minnesota. There's really no team but Minnesota. I'm like, I don't know. Like, I really don't. I mean, good for him. I mean, again, he has a guarantee number one. He has Jefferson. He has a
And
great number two in Addison.
Addis, exactly.
He has a good running back. Offensive line is pretty solid, and the defense is going to be good. This is, to me,
Well,
probably his perfect landing spot.
we hope after some of the defensive moves they made as well.
Yeah, like we hope. But I mean, it's a Ryan. Hello, wait, no, that's not their head coach. O'Connell. Duh. It's an O'Connell-led team. They're gonna get it done, and the Brian Flores defensive coach team. They're gonna be, I would say, at least top 10, which is better than what he had in Arizona.
This is
So
true.
to me, it's a good situation. But to me, for Minnesota, it's showing me that they have already kind of given up on JJ McCarthy.
I feel the same way. I mean, you got to figure McCarthy's been in the league with this is going to be his third year.
Yeah, and the one he was fully injured.
And the first year he was fully injured. Then he got injured on and off this past season. So I mean, he's really not durable. So I mean, it does make sense to sign Kyler Murray. Again, I like Kyler Murray, but you know what my issue is with Kyler Murray? That
He's
five
short.
ten, that 5'10". Well, they generously say he's 5'10". I don't think he's
I think
5'10".
he's
I think he's a
I
little
think
bit
he's
shorter than
5'8"
that.
on a good day.
Exactly. Which means he has a hard time seeing over the offensive line, which means he has to literally drop back further than a standard drop back, so he can see down the field and stuff like that. So I mean, but I mean, we can't not deny his talent. He has a great arm. I mean, he can't escape. So I mean, it does give him flexibility at the quarterback position. But again, is like I said, with just his height, it makes it kind of hard to you know for him to be able to actually get the ball effectively downfield without it getting blocked.
You know, that's been kind of our joke with him for many years at this point. But again, it could be a mentor kind of thing with Murray and McCarthy. That's what maybe they're hoping for. Because again, he's only signed to a 1 year deal because Arizona is taking on all the contract money. Arizona still owes him a ton of money, so it's only 1 year deal. It's like what the Steelers did with uh, Russ. So it could be like that. They just want Murray to kind of mentor McCarthy. Murray starts and just McCarthy sits back and watches. But I mean, he could have done that with Sam Darnold and Carson Wentz. So I don't really know on that one. Um,
I mean, they could have kept Kirk Cousins and did that.
yeah, either Cousins kept, I don't know, Sam Darnold. That would have been a little smart. But I'm happy with the signing by the Steelers that happened on March 12th. We signed former Chicago Bears safety Jaquan Brisker to a 1 year, $5.5 million deal. I'm excited and happy with all these moves that they're making in the secondary. We are finally bolstering up our secondary, which is making me happy, especially with Darius Slay has retired from the NFL. So we lose that. He had a very good, solid NFL career. He was on the Lions, then he won one with the Eagles, then he was just with us last year. The Giants made to me a great, amazing signing on March 14th. They signed former Atlanta Falcons wide receiver Darnell Mooney to a 1 year, $10 million deal. That's your guy's number three right there. Eh?
Yeah, I mean, he could be the number two depending on who we pick up in the draft. But yeah, I mean, when I heard that they were signing him, I was like, okay, that gives us some flexibility, and the fact that we're losing Wandell Robinson. Um, and I know that they're looking at, I believe is Ohio State wide receiver in the draft. Um, to look to draft him. So I mean, that does give us the flexibility. Again, I would like to see Jalen Hyatt be pushed up further into the receiving rotation because again, he's another one who, he has speed. I think he just need to be. I think with John Harbaugh's system, he actually might be in a proper system where he can actually excel because he was horrible under Dayball system. Dayball didn't know how to use him whatsoever. And then with Daniel Jones, not being able to get the ball down the field, because Daniel Jones' arm really isn't that strong. Compared to Jackson Dart, I mean Dart could get the ball down the field. So when you get Malik Neighbors back, whoever you draft that receiver, and then with everybody else you got, you looking at a receiving core that can mesh with Jackson Dart's playing style, which will also
Yeah.
go along with John Harbaugh's coaching style because he's basically a lower version of Lamar Jackson. He could scramble. Yeah, he doesn't have Lamar Jackson's speed, not by far, but he has a very good arm. He can get the ball down the field. He's pretty accurate. My only issue with him will be him protecting the ball. I don't need him to be Brett Favre and do crazy gunslinging stuff.
Again, and you guys signed Isaiah Likely too.
Yep. So I mean, yeah, they're putting a good offensive around him. That's going to, basically be his security blankets. I mean, we just gotta, you know, get everything actually together going. We need everybody to come
Like
back
you,
healthy.
like you guys are putting everything in place. A mock draft has you guys taking the wide receiver from Ohio State, Carnell Tate. He's 6'2", 192 pounds. Again, you guys added some tight end and wide receiver help, matching Isaiah Likely and Darnell Mooney. Uh, with you guys losing Daniel Bellinger and Wendell Robinson, but you guys have Theo Johnson, so that is not a problem. And
I mean,
again, you guys get Darnell Mooney. So,
I
um,
wasn't I
I
wasn't really upset about the losing Bellinger compared to losing Robinson. Losing
yeah,
Robinson hurt more than losing Bellinger.
obviously, but Bellinger's definitely a reliable tight end. But again, you guys have Theo Johnson now and Isaiah Likely, so it's like you're good. Um, in the first image that popped up when I looked everything up, uh, actually it was a bit of an older one, but it was before free agency started. It had you guys taking uh, who- it had you guys taking Jeremiah Love, the running back out of Notre Dame, and I was like, that doesn't like you guys are
Make any
set at
sense.
running back. You guys are set at running back. You guys have Scatabo, Singletary, and Tracy still. And you guys just got Ricard. But again, that was a bit older. Now they actually have him falling to the Commanders, which I think would be a bit interesting for you guys to have to deal with. But um, yeah, I mean, again, you guys should take that guy at number 5. There's your 1-2 with the young wide receiver. Darnell Moon is a bit of a veteran, so he'll come in and he'll be that veteran leadership. And then again, you have 2 amazing tight ends, 3 amazing runners of the ball, and then your defense is now being led by a smarter head coach and a better defensive head coach. So, or sorry, a better defensive coach. So the Giants are on the way up. Well, let me tell you, Giants are on the way up, and I'm sure that makes you happy inside, Tony, for me to finally be able to say that after joking around and shitting on your Giants for the past I don't know how many years with you on this podcast.
Again, my thing with the Giants is they need to make sure they secure the corners. Um, I thought the Dante Banks would have been one of our lockdown corners. I mean, he hasn't come around like I expected him to. I'm hoping with John Harbaugh as a head coach, you know, that he will turn into a shutdown corner like he was when he was with Alabama. I believe he was with Alabama. It was either Alabama or Ohio State. Couldn't remember the two. Couldn't remember which one he was. I think it was with Alabama. So I mean,
Um,
and with the additions to the cornerback rooms that we've added, you know, that should make the defense, because that was our one weak spot was our corner play where we wasn't. I mean, we didn't get an interception until I think it was week 9. I think it was, or week 8, something like that. Um. So yeah, we just need the defense to you know step up. With our
no,
dual
your front seven's
Cardinal.
good though. Like your front 7 is amazing. So
Yes.
you don't go about your front. I do like your guys' safeties though. I like your guys' safeties.
Oh, I love our safeties.
I love them. They are awesome. It's just those, like you said, the
The
cornerback
corners.
plays is ah, ah. It's what kind of and again, your guys' scheme, whatever the fuck you guys are running, whatever the play calls you guys are running at certain points in the game made no sense. I do have a question for you though. In
Okay.
the top in the top 15, there is 3 different cornerbacks in the top 15. Would you rather them take a cornerback or the wide receiver? Because there is 3 of them. There's Caleb Downs. He's a safety from Ohio State, but you can always just change him over to cornerback, or one of your safeties go to cornerback in that state. You got Mansour Delaney out of LSU. He's a cornerback. And Jermod McCoy, he's a cornerback out of Tennessee. They have him slated to go to Miami at number 11. Cincinnati is going to get Delaney at 10, they say. And the other guy,
Dobbs.
yeah, so is slated to go number 6 to the Browns right after you guys take the wide receiver. Would you guys rather take the receiver or get some help at the quarterback spot?
So this was the original initial plan. After Harbaugh took over, he wanted to draft Dobbs. That's who he wanted to draft because Dobbs will fit his defensive scheme perfectly. I think after losing Rondell Robinson, they had to do a hard pivot, which is why they're now focusing on the wide receiver from Ohio State, Tate, which will give us our number two. I would be fine with either one of those, whether it be Tate or Dobbs, because we could move Tyler Nubin back to cornerback because that's where he originally was drafted, and they just moved him to safety because we didn't have any safeties. And I would hate to see Tyler Nubin move from safety because he's excelled as a hell of a safety. But yeah, I would be fine with either one of those. I would prefer them to get the wide receiver, Tate. That way, we have, when neighbors come back, we have neighbors, we have Tate, Darnell Mooney, Jalen Hyatt, Theo Johnson, Isaiah Likely. That makes a strong receiving core for Jackson Dart. So, like I said, I will prefer them to draft wide receiver Tate, but I mean, I won't be upset if they take Dobbs either.
Yeah, I'm just seeing how many draft picks you guys have this year.
I think we have.
Wow, all right. You guys own 7 picks, which is good.
Yeah.
Um, so again, you guys could pick wide receiver here. I'm trying to see if you guys have a second rounder. Yeah, you do. All right. So you have a pick 37. You have pick 5, 37, 105, 145, 186, and 192, 193. Um, again, I would think you guys would pick uh the wide receiver, and I'm obviously the top ones are not going to be there, like I just mentioned, the other guys. But does it go down to 30? Let's see, 32. All right, it stops at 32 in the first round. Okay,
Because
but it still says there's there's still a cornerback at 29. He could always fall. So I mean, there's options. I think that you guys smartly, to me, should take the
so
wide receiver and then just see what's there in the draft.
you you want to hear our wide receiver room right now?
I know it's not bad. I know it's not too bad.
So we got Calvin Austin the third.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I forgot about
That's
him.
right. I forgot that you guys signed him, took him away from us. I forgot. Man.
Delane Cambry. Um, I'm gonna butcher his first name, but Buick's Collins. Tanner Conrad corner. Daquan Felton. Thomas Fight on the second at tight end. Xavier Gibson at wide receiver. Isaiah, we signed Isaiah Hodgins back, which I'm okay with because he had a nice breakout year 2 years ago, or was it 3 years ago? Jalen Hyatt, Courtney Jackson, of course Theo Johnson, Isaiah Likely, Chris Manhertz, and a lot of these were basically practice players. And then of course Ryan Miller and Darnell Mooney and Malik Neighbors and Gunnar Orlowski. Oh, and Darius. We still got Darius Slayton.
Whew, thank God. But no, I mean, again, like you guys should definitely. Honestly, that's not a definite draft a wide receiver anymore. Like I forgot that you guys got Calvin Austin. You guys signed Mooney.
Yeah, I forgot we had Calvin Austin too. So
Like you
yeah, I
guys,
mean, now that
like
I
you
look
guys
at
like
the
just signed
receiving
him.
receiving room, yeah, it's we don't necessarily. I mean, I would still like to have a receiver drafted that could be at a number two.
If there's nothing wrong with more wide receivers, there's never nothing wrong with more wide receivers.
But yeah, I mean, I'm not going to be upset if, like I said, if they get the and we no longer have Russell Wilson on the roster. So,
Oh yeah, you guys got rid of him finally. Um,
but
but again, like
we still got Jameis Winston.
I would take him over fucking Russ any day of the week.
Yeah, so will I.
There's a lot of secondary players down here at the 25 to about 32 range, which pretty much always falls to the second round anyway. So there's still options for you guys to get in your guys' picks. So in the second round. So yeah, I think you should be pretty good on that. Again, you guys signed Mooney, which I think was obviously very smart. San Fran signed Christian Kirk. Washington made two running back signings in Cleveland's former Browns running back Jerome Ford and former Titans running back Rashad White, which that is very interesting to me, and especially with the mock draft saying that they might draft Love at Notre Dame, that'd be interesting. Um, Philly re-signed tight end Dallas Goddard. Philly then signed wide receiver Hollywood Brown to a one-year, $10 million deal. Colts signed former Miami wide receiver Nick Westbrook Akine, which they're actually checking the cap hit with him too. Um,
Yep.
Former Cincinnati linebacker Logan Wilson, he retired after, I think he was drafted in 2020. Uh, he has retired after about 6 seasons. T.Y. Hilton officially announced his retirement from the NFL after 11 seasons. He hasn't played the NFL for a few years, but he officially announced his retirement today. Detroit signed former Arizona wide receiver Greg Dortch to a one-year deal, and then Cleveland just in about 3 minutes before I joined you in here, Cleveland signed former Buffalo Bills defensive end AJ Epinesa to a one-year, $5 million deal. You could pay me $5 million, I would not go to Cleveland. But that's just me. Um, Not to be mean or anything, but yeah. Do you want to do my dummy league because it kind of transitions into
Sure.
college? Okay. So I get to hit my button. I don't mind that. I get to hit my button.
Dummy. Yeah.
So this kid, I'm gonna call him a kid because he's actually younger than me. This absolute idiot.
I think I know who you're
So
talking about.
hmm authorities found 2.1 pounds of marijuana in Alabama star Aiden Holloway's apartment when he was arrested on a felony drug possession charge on Monday morning, according to charging documents. The amount discovered in the arrest is significant because any amount of marijuana above 2.2 pounds or a kilogram in the state of Alabama can result in a drug trafficking charge. Holloway, who was removed from campus and is not with the team days before the NCAA tournament, by the way, the biggest tournament of the year. Yes. Because of the arrest, told police he wanted to exercise his Miranda rights and remained silent during the search of his apartment, but then told police he only smokes. Okay. His coach said that the team is preparing to play without Holloway when he faces when it faces Hofstra on Friday in the NCAA tournament. Holloway posted a $5,000 bail and was released from the jail shortly after his arrest. He's been charged with a Class C felony drug possession charge, not for personal use, and a failure to affix a tax stamp charge. What the fuck? And they are both felonies and both carry a maximum sentence of 10 years in jail and a $15,000 fine. Was it worth it to smoke pot? Was that worth it? Per the
Um,
charging documents, executing a search warrant at Holloway's apartment when authorities found marijuana in a backpack, a jacket pocket, a suitcase, and a TV entertainment stand in a vacuum sealed bag along with cash. What the bro? He had it in 4 different spots. The prescription sedative promethazine, a rolling tray, and packaging materials. Okay, so he was selling it.
obviously,
Um, yeah, and that was just in one room. Authorities also found marijuana in a box in a drawer in a spare bedroom. It's unclear what prompted the search warrant.
might
His
probably
his
snitched on him.
his attorney said that his client was stopped for reckless driving and given a citation after police also found a small amount of marijuana in his vehicle last week during a traffic stop, days before his arrest. You fucking idiot! You wouldn't. Oh, he doesn't believe the two incidents are connected. Holloway has been adamant that he's innocent of the felony drug charge and had marijuana at his apartment only for personal use. 2.1 pounds of personal use. Um, yeah, he says that the timing isn't great. Alabama is on spring break, so a hearing that is typically scheduled a day or two after a request might not happen until next week. Well, he fucking deserves it. If he wants to put himself in that situation. Um, Holloway did not have a prescription for the promethazine, which could result in another drug charge. Nice. Holloway has no criminal history. If he were to plead out or even go to trial, the judge could give him probation. It's a felony for a 21-year-old man trying to get through college and to get to the NBA. A felony issue could be a major issue long term. Then why would you put yourself in this situation?
Because you're a dummy.
Like, I understand the attorney is doing what the attorney is supposed to do, but again, your client here put himself in this situation like an absolute idiot and a self-centered asshole. So he thought he was above everybody because he goes to Alabama and he's the star guy on the team. Alabama's uh, head of athletic safety and everything at the program said, "We got standards in our program and we've got ways. We've held our guys accountable and we try to keep everything in house. Obviously, some of the situations you can't, and this is one of those." Who is second? Oh, sorry, he's second on the team in scoring at 16.8 points per game. They found out that it was happening the other morning. They're obviously disappointed in his behavior, but that being said, they still love him and that he's still their guy. They're going to help him get the help that he needs, and we're going to continue to help him in whatever way we can. But as far as our team goes, I thought we had a great practice. So, and just talk about practice. Nice. So that was my dummy of the week, because I thought that was very stupid and very self-centered of him to even put himself in that situation. Again, 2.1 pounds of marijuana. Hey man, I'm all for having a good smoke session, but that is not for personal use. You could try and lie to the cops all you want, the judges, anybody you want. That is not for personal use. You have this fucking tight zip bags of marijuana. You got scales. You got everything. A freaking rolling tray, packaging materials. Then you got another drug, promethazine, without a prescription for it. So,
Which is all
um,
basically a tent to sell. We distribute.
Which is, again, I just read they are both felonies and they both carry a maximum sentence of up to 10 years in jail. But since he's a basketball star, he could probably just walk free because that is the society that we live in. So then we have kids who look up to these people who then do the same thing and then they actually get the jail time of the 10 plus years in prison because they followed what their idols did. That's really what frustrates me about the world we live in now is that these players get kind of slaps on the wrist and then people who watch them and know about them they do the same things and they get the consequences of it because they are not famous and they don't play basketball and they don't have a chance to make it somewhere. um so yeah, that was my dummy of the week. Thoughts on the dummy of the week, Tony?
Uh, um, only thing that I gotta say is stay off the
The
weed.
weed. Yeah, stay off the weed. Again, I'm not one to shit on you. Hey, if you want to go have a smoke sesh, that's fine. Smoke sesh with you and your boys, that, that's fine.
Like
But two for
I'm
one
okay
now.
with that too. Like I don't have an issue with that. My issue is the fact that how much you had and everything that they found with it, the baggies, the scale. So right now that just shows intent to redistribute.
Hmm.
So you claiming that it's personal use, yeah, you could have gotten away with it if they didn't found the scale, the baggies, and all the other accessories that goes along with going to looking to redistribute.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Did you just see who commented? Oh boy.
No, because I was cleaning my glass. Oh boy,
Oh boy. He is here. He's
the
here.
legend himself.
Tongue of Loa is a hawk to it. Okay. All right. He's starting it off strong. He is starting it off strong. Good evening, Jay. As you see, Tony has joined me in the Four Eyes Club. So I am I am one with him. He is one with me. We have talked about the NFL already. It's like you come in as soon as we're done with talking about the NFL. Your guy T.Y. Hilton has officially retired. Jay officially retired. It's a sad day for the Colts fans. Uh, but now we are moving on to our March Madness brackets.
So while we, because I got my bracket ready, I'm also going to
Hmm.
pick a second bracket. And I'm going to do that live.
Okay. Um, I'm not claiming to be a college expert. Far from it. Um, I haven't watched college basketball much. I'm a Michigan fan. Um, so I really only watch Michigan basketball. Um, but I obviously follow it a little bit now. So let's get into it. Game by game is going to take forever. I obviously went with Duke on the first one.
Yeah, even on my second bracket, I'm going with Duke. I mean, that's just common sense.
Yeah. Um, I actually I I hate Ohio State so much that I went with TCU on the second game.
So on my original bracket, I did go with TCU, but I switched to Ohio State. But on this bracket I'm doing now, I'm going with TCU.
Yeah, I should make another one. I'm gonna make another one because that game really could be either one.
Yeah,
Like I didn't know like who to pick. But I went with TCU just because it's Ohio State. But I think Ohio State might actually win. So
those 8-9 matchups are hard.
I know I might just do opposite of whatever I did in a different bracket for like the 8 9s, and then when it gets close. And let me create another one. Let's see. All right, Duke, going to Ohio State. I went with St. John's. Uh,
Yep.
I think
St.
that's
John's
easy.
there.
Against Northern Illinois, I went with Kansas against Baptist. I don't think there's going to be really much upsets. Um, I have a friend at work who hates the way that the basketball or that college basketball is right now with the transfer portal and the kind of buying of players and just how everything is right now. I'm okay with college players getting paid to play, but I think it's getting a little bit too much. Like these teams are just really just kind of buying players and buying their way into it. But that is a topic for another day. I went with Kansas against Baptist.
Yeah, I mean, some of those, what they're doing with the transfer portal, just it's. I mean, I'm with you. I'm okay with the college players getting paid because I mean, they get exploited constantly and get nothing and have nothing to show for it. So I'm okay for them being getting paid while they're playing because I mean, you got like ESPN, EA Sports, and all these companies that make millions of money, millions of dollars off of their player likeness, and they don't get a thing for it. They don't even have a say in it if they well they didn't have a say in it back then if their likeness could be used and stuff like that. So now it's only right that they should get paid for it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they're putting their career on the line in a sense. So again, I'm all for it. But again, like these matchups are, I don't think, going to be too fair. I mean, there might be like maybe one or two upsets, but I don't think they're going to be close really at all. Um, I'm guessing you went with Kansas as well.
Yeah, I went with Kansas as well.
All right. I'm again. We can speed through these next two. I went with Louisville and Michigan State.
On this one, I went with Louisville. On my original bracket, I went with South Florida.
Okay. But on this next one, so the one that you're doing now, you're probably going with Louisville.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then the next one, I went with Michigan State.
Mm, yeah. There's no. I don't think Michigan State's losing that one. I'm staying with Louisville. I like your optimism though. What did you say, Jay? My Razorbacks are going to win it. Yeah, Razorbacks. Uh,
Next,
UCLA.
UCLA.
Whew, that's a tough one though. The 7-10 and the 8-9 are always a tough one, but I'm going with UCLA.
Um, UConn. That's just a no brainer.
Hmm. Yeah, actually, my other one, I'm going with UConn, but I'm actually going to go UCF
Really?
in my other one of.
Okay.
I got to switch it up. I can't keep it all the same. I've
Well,
only
true.
I've only changed 8-9. I've changed from TCU and Ohio State. Now that one. Okay, Florida,
Yeah,
obviously.
obviously.
Um,
I'm going
Clemson
with
and Iowa.
I'm going with Clemson.
In my in my first one, I went with Clemson. In this one, I'm going to go with Iowa.
I went with Vanderbilt.
Yeah, I'm on the Vandy. I'm not switching up on that one.
Uh, Nebraska over Troy.
I won't. Nebraska is just such a good team. They played Michigan good this year, um, both times. Troy would be a cool story again at 13, but no, I got to go with Troy. But yeah, Jay, I would never find someone who's a Colts, Spurs, Dodgers, and Razorbacks fan if I tried again. So you are definitely very diverse in your picking of sports teams. That's for sure. Um, yeah, North Carolina and VCU.
North Carolina.
Yeah, I'm going NC. Illinois and Penn. Illinois.
I went with Illinois.
This one's interesting. St. Mary's and Texas A&M.
So on my original one, I went with Texas A&M. On this one, I'm going to go with St. Mary's.
I'm right with you. I am right with you. I did the same thing. I went with Texas A&M, but I'm going with St. Mary's on this one. Houston and Idaho.
Houston,
Houston. Arizona, Long Island. Arizona.
Arizona.
Villanova and Utah State.
I went with Villanova.
I'm gonna do the same thing I've been doing. I went with Villanova on my original one. I'm going with Utah State on this one, I think.
Okay.
Maybe. I don't know. To me, like, there's a reason why Utah State is number 9. I don't know. Wisconsin and High Point. Fucking High Point. What the fuck?
I have no
Wisconsin.
idea what the hell Wisconsin.
Arkansas. Again, we're gonna try and move through these a bit faster. Arkansas. Because again, something I have no choice. Sorry, but High Point. Are we fucking serious? High Point, Hawaii against Arkansas. Um,
I actually went. Don't sleep on the Warrior Rainbows.
I'll sleep on them very peacefully. I will go to bed on them peacefully. I'm sorry. Um, Wisconsin ain't winning shit. They're gonna beat High Point. If they lose to High Point, they should just get rid of the whole fucking program. Um,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, High Point's not winning a damn thing.
I'm sorry, I don't even know where High Point is.
Neither do I.
Um, I'm really stuck on the Villanova. Um, and Utah State one. I don't know if I keep Villanova or put Utah State. I don't know. But I'm gonna have to choose in a second. BYU and Texas. I'm going BYU.
BYU,
Uh, Gonzaga and Kennesaw
Gonzaga.
State. Gonzaga. Wow. I don't even know if I want to show that comment. Sure. Whatever. Sponsor, don't kill us. It was Jay. Wisconsin.
What the fuck?
I was Jason. Miami and Missouri. I think that's gonna be a good game. I
Miami.
think that's gonna be really good. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stick with Miami. I have that in my original bracket as well, so I'm gonna keep it with that one. And Purdue
Purdue
and
versus
Queens,
Queen. Purdue.
Michigan and Howard. Going with the Big Mish.
Of course.
Go Blue. Georgia, St. Louis.
Georgia.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it at Georgia. I was tempted to switch it up like I've done with a lot of my 8-9 matchups, but I don't know. I just don't see St.
Texas Tech over Akron.
Oh, Jay just keeps going, man. He just keeps going. I'm just reading his comments that pop up on the side, and I'm like, you go ahead, Jay. I'll put it up on the screen whenever you type it. Go ahead. Uh, yeah, I'm going with Texas Tech. Um,
Alabama.
Alabama, Hofstra. Where in the fuck is Hofstra?
Fuck if I know.
I gotta look that one up. You can go ahead.
Okay,
Hofstra.
I'm gonna go with Tennessee.
Oh, it's in New York. It is. It's it's in New York. Interesting.
It must be in New York State.
Yeah, Tennessee.
Virginia. Some of these are just you got no choice but to go.
Yeah, like I'm sorry, but again, like these teams are just not. I'm sorry. These are going to be like 39-81 blowouts in the fucking NCAA.
Exactly.
I'm sorry. Kentucky and Santa Clara.
Kentucky.
Yeah. And then Iowa State and Tennessee State.
Iowa State.
Yeah, Jay. Of course, we have to make sure that you fucking don't put anything crazy up. Of course, I have to watch you. Um, I, Tony, I really don't know. Do I pick Villanova or Utah State? Um, I'm going with a more storied uh, university. All right. Round of 32, Duke and Ohio State.
Duke.
Yeah, again, in my first one, I have TCU there, but I'm gonna still pick Duke. Whew, St. John's and Kansas.
I'm going with the Redmond, St. John's.
Nope. Jay told me never pick Villanova. Why is that, Jay? All right. Well, again, I'm trying to do some different stuff. I have St. John's in my first one, so I'm gonna go with Kansas in my second one. Louisville and Michigan State.
Um,
Again, I think I'm gonna.
I'm going with
I
Michigan
see
State.
Michigan State. It it absolutely hurts me to fucking pick Michigan State, but I'll pick Michigan State. This where we're gonna start getting a bit better games. UConn and UCF, but I'm still gonna go with UConn.
UConn.
Yeah. Florida and Iowa. Florida. Like these number one teams are like definite number one teams. So that's the thing. Like I don't see them not making it to at least the Elite Eight.
I got Nebraska over Vanderbilt.
Why do I have my first one? Oh yeah, that's right. I picked. No, no mind. Um, I picked Vanderbilt over Nebraska my first one, so I'm gonna pick Nebraska this time. Um,
Oh, whew, North Carolina, Illinois.
yeah.
I'm going with the Tar Heels.
Sorry, but the comment you just put. Oh my god, you gotta see it. Oh my god. Sorry. I gotta have it on my screen. Oh my god. Oh my. Oh,
What the fuck?
oh my god.
Uh,
Oh. Oh. No, I don't think we're gonna do the women's ones. Sorry,
I
people.
am not responding to that.
Oh my god. Um. Oh. North North Carolina versus Illinois. In my first one, I picked Illinois. I think I'm gonna stick with Illinois. I might. Um.
Texas Tech over Houston.
Are you going Illinois?
No, I went with North Carolina.
Oh, fuck it. Like, what are the odds of my bracket actually doing good? Whatever. I'm going North Carolina. Houston. I'm going Houston. Yeah.
Yeah, Houston.
I still can't believe that comment. It's still there. That's so funny.
Now we got what? Arizona over Villanova.
I'm going Arizona.
Quit laughing.
Nope, his comments are even better. They keep popping up on the side. It's so funny. I'm trying not to laugh, but that's so funny.
No,
Um,
Jeff's on vacation.
what?
He asked if you work tonight.
No, Jay, I'm on my vacation. I took a week off from that hellhole of a job. Um, what it was. Yep. There you go. Wisconsin, Arkansas. Well, who did I pick in my first one?
I'm going with Wisconsin.
I picked Arkansas my first one. I'm definitely going with Wisconsin. BYU and Gonzaga.
I got Gonzaga in my first one. I'm gonna go with BYU on this one.
Thanks, Jay. Thanks. I think I'm gonna stick with Gonzaga. I have him in my first one. I'm gonna keep him in my second one, and then Purdue, Miami. Purdue's a damn good team. I gotta go. I gotta go Purdue.
I'm sticking with Miami.
Michigan, Georgia, going with the Big Blue.
Yep, Michigan.
Texas Tech, Alabama. Holy fuck!
Whoa, this. So my first one I got Texas Tech. I think this one I'm gonna go with Alabama.
Well, my first one. Point. Wow, I'm getting very confused. Yeah, in my first one I went with Alabama. This one I'm gonna go with Texas Tech. Tennessee, Virginia.
I'm still sticking with Virginia.
Actually, no, never mind. I'm going. I'm sticking with Virginia. Then Kentucky, um, and Iowa State.
I think this is where Kentucky runs come to an end.
Yeah, I think Iowa State is gonna beat them. All right. Lowest seed we have, well, I have here is a 6 seed, and that's North Carolina.
My lowest seed, I believe, is a 7. Yep, and that's Miami.
hmm Duke and Kansas. I just think Duke is way too good. They have so many good players right now.
Well, I got Duke versus St. John's.
Okay.
In my first bracket, I have a feeling St. John's is going to actually take Duke, but I'll take Duke in this one.
Oh, you have a lot of confidence in St. John. Or you just like them this year. Michigan State and UConn.
I gotta go with. This is gonna be a tough one. Um, I went with UConn in my original brackets. I'll go with Michigan State in this one.
Um, yeah, I did the same thing. I went with UConn in my first, so it's gonna pain me, but I'm gonna click on Michigan uh, State and move on. Florida. Well, I mean, I have Florida and Nebraska.
Yeah, I have Florida and Nebraska too.
Jay, this is the uh, men's one. Um, sorry, what did you say, Tony? I'm going with.
I got Florida in one bracket and Nebraska in another bracket.
Oh, okay. I mean, I'm just gonna stick with the 1 seed. I don't see Nebraska beating them. I think it's gonna be a good game, but uh, I'm gonna go with Florida. All right, I have North Carolina and Houston.
I'm sticking with the Tar Heels.
my other bracket, I have Illinois and Houston. I'll go with the Tar Heels with you. Arizona, Wisconsin.
Arizona.
Yeah. Gonzaga and Purdue. Jesus. Um, I'm gonna go with Purdue.
Well, I have BYU and Miami in mine. I'm going with Miami.
I changed my mind. I'm gonna go with Gonzaga because I have Purdue in my other one. So I want some differences. Michigan and Texas Tech, I go with the Big Blue.
Michigan.
And then Virginia, Ohio State. Or sorry, Iowa State. I said Ohio State.
I got Virginia in both brackets.
Um,
Okay.
I'll do Virginia too. Duke in Michigan. Well, I have Duke in Michigan State.
So do I.
Okay.
Well, in one bracket I got Duke and Michigan State. The other bracket I have
Duke and St. John.
Saint. Yeah. So my other bracket I got St. John's. This bracket I'm going with Duke.
I mean, in my first one, I have Duke and UConn. Um, so in this one, I think I just got to keep it Duke. I mean, their rosters is so talented. Um, all right, then I have Florida and North Carolina.
I went with Florida. And then in my other
Yeah, me
bracket I
too.
went with Nebraska.
I just gotta go with Florida. Like, these top teams are just so loaded to me, and it'll be tough to beat them. But that being said, I'm going with Gonzaga in my West against Arizona.
Hey, any given night, that's all it takes.
Hmm. I know.
So I got my Arizona and Miami in this bracket, and I'm going with Arizona. I actually had them in both brackets. Wow.
I'm going with the Big Blue.
Oh well, yeah. Over Virginia, yeah.
Hmm.
So
And
Final
I,
Four.
I got Duke in Florida.
So in one bracket I got St. John's and Nebraska. I went with St. John's. In this bracket, I'm gonna go with Duke.
I think this is going to be an amazing game if it does happen with Duke in Florida. If it plays out that way, I gotta give it to Duke though.
Arizona and
Actually,
Michigan. Whew.
I mean, I have Gonzaga, Michigan, so I'm gonna go with Michigan.
Yeah, I'm going with Michigan. And then the national championship, I went with Michigan.
Hey, actually, I'm gonna pick. I'm gonna wait. No, I think Duke is just that good. I'm gonna go with Michigan. Who could have guessed it? How many points? Oh man. Let's see. They just recently played.
So I'm thinking like 130 total points.
Right, so they just played on. Well, I say just played, but it was last month. They played. It was 63-68. It's 131.
So I said 130, so I was right there.
Hmm. We're gonna go uh, one, 124 on the dot. And then in my other one, I actually picked Duke to win the final uh, against Arizona, actually. So in my first one, what the I'm not. You're not getting us with that one. Good try. Um, actually, in my first bracket, I have literally all the number one teams in the final, which could happen again with just how loaded they are. But um, yeah, that's our brackets. NBA. There's about a little less than a month left. Uh, there's teams that are obviously already out of it. What's up?
I think there's about just 5 weeks left.
Yeah, there's about 5 weeks left. The East is looking like this: Detroit, Boston, New York. Again, you guys are about 45 to 25. You guys are going to be around the third or fourth seed. I don't see you guys getting any lower than that. You guys could hop up to the second seed, depending how the Celtics do. Miami is stuck there at about the seventh, sixth seed. Uh, and I just the Spurs are looking good. Issue is they're too big nominees. I don't think that's going to matter. About the playoff experience, I think Wemby is that good, and the team is playing well right now. Okay, he is so different. Lakers, I think, are fraudulent third seed. Houston could do something. I don't know. It depends how KD plays and the young guys play. Denver, to me, shows the biggest threat out of all of them
What the
to
fuck?
beat either the Spurs or the Thunder. What's up?
Just reading what Jay just put.
Yep. That's why I said he is something different. Uh, Minnesota, I don't know. Ant, I don't think has four spectacular games like that. There's nothing wrong with being different, Jay.
Nothing
It's
wrong with being different.
you're just you're just very different.
You
Um,
just catch yourself off guard.
yep. Phoenix, LA, Golden State, and Portland are kind of locked into the play-in tournament, which I think the Suns and Clippers will come out of that one. Golden State is riddled with injuries, and Portland is just a bit too young right now. To me, they don't have the talent that the other teams have anyway. Uh, kind of same thing in the East. The Nets, Wizards, and Pacers are already eliminated from the playoffs already, um, which leaves Milwaukee and Chicago. Hornets at 10, Philadelphia at 9, Atlanta at 8, and the Heat at 7. So I don't know if you have any thoughts or comments about how you like how your Knicks are playing, if you have any concerns, because we haven't really talked about basketball too much because NFL has been crazy. But again, NBA playoffs are kind of looming in the shadows.
No, I haven't. I don't have anything right now.
Yep. Bop out of the boom. Real guy in the room. How you doing? Enzo More at WWE. Um, yeah. Uh, Detroit has stunned me with how good they are.
Yes, I
Really,
will agree with that.
made,
And
made,
I'm
made
actually
made a huge jump.
And I'm actually shocked with Boston being up there without Tatum.
Yeah, and they just got him back in the past like 2 weeks.
Yeah, but is he 100%? Remember, this is Achilles.
But yeah, I know. I think he's kind of not pushing it too much, which is smart, which is a good thing. We're doing good, Jay. Thanks for asking. I can't speak for Tony, but I mean, I know I'm doing good.
We're
I've
alive
been
and
off
kicking.
I've been off all week, so I'm just resting up and just relaxing from not being at work. Because I'm getting older. It is my birthday on Friday. To anyone watching this, it is my birthday on Friday, March 20th. I will be turning the big 23. I'm getting old. Uh,
Whatever.
yeah, I know. I say that to my mom all the time,
I
and
would I would pay to be 23 again.
she gives me the death stare of mom's death stare every time I say that I'm getting old. So, but yeah, I'm just taking it easy, being away from work, just kind of catch up on the video games, honestly, because I haven't really been able to play much of any video games or anything, or just watching any sports that I can. So yeah, that's all I've been doing. Uh, yeah, I mean that's all we got. Jay, we had a dummy of the week, so you missed that a little bit. I mean, or you caught the tail end of that actually. But other than that, that's all I got because we got through the free agency. I know, Jay. I know I'm just messing around. Uh, I actually want to ask Jay his thoughts on the Waddle trade. I'm wondering his thoughts on that because I know his dad is a Dolphins fan,
Mm.
so like, he would have like in depth of like how we will get to our sponsors. We will get to that. Um, yeah, he have like an in depth like reaction to like a Dolphins fan how they feel about getting about just getting rid of Waddle. There you go. There you go. That was quick. That's what we said, Jay. We said it didn't make much sense at all.
Make no sense whatsoever.
I mean, for the Broncos, it made sense.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
for the
but
Dolphins, it made no sense.
no. Again, Malik Willis, Godspeed, my friend. Enjoy, enjoy the good weather in Miami, because that's the only thing you're going to be enjoying down there. Because my God, that was terrible.
You know, he's like, trade me, trade this contract away. I don't want to be here.
I rescind my I rescind my offer. I rescind my fucking contract. I don't want to be here unless they plan on doing like 15 screens to A chain a game. This guy has no wide receiver help right now. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a
it's
situation I wouldn't
just
want to be in.
yeah. That's like you said that's worse than the situation in Tennessee.
Somehow, some way it is. I don't know how, but it just is. Oh boy, he came in quick. Yeah, I
Yep.
said that. I said I think that the Broncos probably would have made it to the Super Bowl um if wow blanking if Bo Nix didn't get
Nixon
hurt.
had got hurt.
Yeah, if he had gotten hurt. Let's see. Hold on. I'm back on the mock draft. Where are the Dolphins picking? I thought they had a. All right, so they're picking 11th.
So they could get a receiver,
They
but they
could,
got
but
they got
there's
so many holes to fill right now after this fire sale.
yeah, they're slated to get Jermon McCoy out of Tennessee, which is a cornerback.
Yeah, I feel like Waddle was a franchise guy until Hill got there and screwed everything up.
Mm-hmm. That's what we were saying, Jay. Is like I don't know. This doesn't make much sense to me. I mean, at 14, Baltimore is slated to get Makai Lemon out of USC. So, I mean, Miami could get him at 11. Again, the draft could fall into their favor and they get somebody else. But again, you guys decided to take the Ohio State wide receiver. Again, that's what the Giants are kind of slated to
No,
pick,
we're
which I
we're
think
pretty
would be
much
the
taking
smart
Carnell
thing.
Tate.
Which would be smart, and then again they take a corner later in the draft.
I knew this was coming.
There you go. Yep. Indiana Jones is back. There's a wide receiver at 19 that the Panthers are slated to take, a Jordan Tyson at Arizona State. So they could kind of go down and get him. There's a Denzel Boston, wide receiver at Washington. That could go to the Browns. So I mean, there's options for the Dolphins to pick at wide receiver, but again, like you said, they have so many holes to fill all
Exactly.
all all over their team that honestly they could pick anything and it would make sense to to draft it. But with how incompetent they've been for front office wise, it wouldn't shock me if they just fuck this up somehow.
Oh, I'm sure they will.
Hmm.
It's guaranteed.
Yes, Jay, I know that you said that a lot. You said that um they should trade Pittman away and just sign Pearson. And it happened, and Pittman's on the Steelers now, so I'm happy about that one. What? He's having a hard time typing.
Yeah, he is.
All right, so we hitting the sponsors now.
Yeah, we can hit the sponsors.
All right, you wanna hit it or you want me to get it?
You could get it, and
Okay.
then I just get the closing.
Yep. So doobie dubby doobie doobie dabba dooba dabba yabba dabba doo. Um, Doobie, our sponsor.
I'm gonna get an email about that.
Yabba dabba doo. Doobie, our sponsor, has been a great sponsor for us for a few months now. Actually, I can't even
Not
just say
boobies.
no, not boobies, Jay. Doobie, we do love boobies though, but Doobie, our sponsor, um, has a lot of great flavors over there. Again, Tony, you have tried a lot of them. You could vouch that they have some great flavors over there. Some
Yes,
good
they
cup.
do.
Uh, Again, if you go over there, if you want any of their stuff, they are a gaming. Not just for gaming, but it's sponsored toward gamers. If you want to stay up and play video games, or again, if you are like me, I work at nighttime. If you need kind of help staying awake, if you don't want to pay for energy drinks, you can get Doobie. Oh, Jay. No, it does not.
What the fuck?
No, it doesn't. You can get in contact with them for maybe a package deal if you want, but as of right now, they do not have that. Um, if you use our wow. Um,
What the?
I can't get this why he wanted me to talk about the sponsors. This is the exact reason why. Um, the whole joke is we called him Grandpa Jay at work because of how he acts sometimes. So there's that joke. So if you use our promo code DropZone, um, they have a blue flavor, I think, but not a blue pill version now.
Yes, there is a blue flavor.
If you use our promo code DropZone, you can get 10% off your order. I just needed to get that out quick before he put something else that would make me forget or go off track, which would probably happen. Again, they have uh,
I am not. I am not. No.
nope, nope, nope.
Nope.
Do not do that one. Nope. I saw
Nope.
your hand go, and I looked at you. And we looked at each other. Absolutely not.
Yeah, we're gonna skip
Um,
that one.
yeah. Jay, you're normally good, but I mean, they could see it on the right hand side, but we're not putting it up for everybody to see.
Yeah.
Um, again, if you want anything from there, and if you do, use our promo code DropZone for 10% off the order. Um, nope, you're not. We're not putting it up. We're not. If it's that color, it shouldn't be. That's all I'm gonna say. Um,
Is that color? You got issues.
mm,
Better leave it
you're
alone.
you. Yep, you're either really cold or something's gone horribly wrong. So our website, you know more about that than I do. You are more in contact with about the website or about everything with that. So if you want to give an update on that, you can. Um,
I actually don't have an update. I haven't heard anything from him this week.
okay.
But again, it's only Wednesday.
Oh. Yay! No.
I quit.
Jay, you've been cut off. You're done. We're not showing your comments. No more of this episode because you, you've been up, you've been off the deep end, and there's no like recovering now. My favorite one. Oh, I gotta pull up my favorite one again. That one was way too good.
I can see the emails coming now.
Jay, me and Tony have been good to keep our sponsorship. No, we don't need you doing it. But this is my favorite comment of the whole episode. That was my absolute favorite. That was so fucking funny. That was so good. That one was way too good. That was so awesome. Um, but yeah, I mean that's all we got because since you have no updates on our store, it is still down currently for anybody that does want anything.
I might
Um,
look for another site that has a store just as a backup, just to be safe, so we can still get revenue in.
mhm. Yes, Jay, that's I think my all-time favorite comment from you. That is my favorite. But yeah, just but the recently
Yeah, the
but
women's
that
bracket
one
one was a good one.
that was good. I looked
Oh, and
over, I wasn't expecting it.
speaking of the females, so apparently the WNBA and the Players Commission and them finally came to an agreement with this, so there won't be a lockout.
Oh, that's good. I mean, I saw a little bit something about this. Well, Jeff Teague, former NBA player Jeff Teague, has a podcast, and there's a guy called Hen on it. I doubt he will see this. Um,
Of
you
course, you
did,
always
Jay.
do, Jay.
You do. We miss you when you're not here. There's this guy in there called Hen, and he's the epitome of Jay. If you ever have watched it, if you want to go watch it, you can. Um, but he just lets his thoughts just flow. And he said by the time they make enough money to be near what the NBA players are making, he said that he'll be on his ninth he'll be on his ninth gen because this league has been active for 30 years and they just made their first bit of money. because they did nothing but losing money. That is right, Jay. That is true. In the English language, you can't have female without male. He is the
I am
epitome of you.
not. I am not
If
touching that.
what?
I am not touching that one.
No. Um. But yeah, again, I think it's a bit funny that they want to get paid as much as the males when their games are.
Not
I
as good.
apologize, but I think my high school basketball team could beat them. Uh, and I was in ninth grade last time I played high school basketball, so uh, it's sorry not entertaining other than a few players. Sorry. Um, so for them to want to get paid, don't put that one up on screen. Don't do it.
Okay.
Just, just read it. Accept what he said. Move on. I try not
Oh
to talk
Lord.
about the women's leagues. It's not because I'm sexist or anything, but it's a touchy subject, and I don't want to say the wrong thing again because we have a sponsor and everything. I don't want to ruin it. But
I mean,
again, I just
the only thing we ever really talk about would be Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, and after a while,
mhm.
that kind of gets annoying.
And it's old.
Yes. I mean,
Again,
don't get me
it's not
wrong.
as
I mean,
entertaining.
I love everything Caitlin Clark is doing for the league. Um, Angel Reese is just making more of a joke of herself every time she opens her mouth, and I'm sure I'm gonna get backlash for that. But I don't give a shit.
I don't either. That whole when she was on the podcast and said, "I make." Oh, man, what was the quote? Oh my god, it was so funny. But it was like, "I make something in a week, and you guys make like 200 a day. Oh, I make 400 or I make $1,400 in a week, and like you guys make $200 a day." That's the same.
Exactly.
And she said it like making a point. I'm like, listen, like it's sad that in a professional league they're making only about on a good week at work I would probably make about $800. They're making about what 600 less than me, and I'm working at a grocery store. So
But at the same time, we also gotta look at it this way. You know, their pay basically comes from the NBA. The
oh yeah,
WNBA, the WNBA has no revenue. They lose money every year.
they've lost money every year since the 30-year start. They started like 1996 or 1998 or something. They've lost money every single fucking year.
And like I said, I mean, a lot of it's not their fault. It's just, you know, to me, I try watching a WNBA game, and it's just hard to get into it.
I can't. I can't. It's not a knock. It's just not as entertaining. They're not as athletic. They're not moving as quick. They're not handling the ball as much. They're not dunking on each other. They're not for a casual viewer. Maybe it's fun to watch.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
But and then for them to complain that they don't get paid. If you're able to do half the stuff that the NBA players do, sure, fill those seats. But until then, if you're not even filling half your seats in the stadium, unless you're playing Caitlin Clark, then
Exactly.
be quiet. Like the whole Larry Bird, Jordan Magic Johnson, Larry Magic Johnson was talked about for a while and didn't get boring because it was entertaining to watch. The whole Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese is not entertaining to watch. One,
It would be entertaining if Angel Reese actually played well.
well, and
She
one
misses
to
a lot of
center.
she misses a lot of post baskets. She just she just rubs people the wrong way.
And my thing is, she's a center and Caitlin Clark's a point guard. You think of the Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, they're a lot of the same height. So one was able to guard each other. They were able to guard each other. So it made it fun to watch. Like a Chris Paul and Steph Curry, that's entertaining to watch because they're both the same position and stars on their team. You're not going to have Angel Reese guarding Caitlin Clark. Or you're not going to have Caitlin Clark guarding Angel Reese.
What the fuck?
Oh, there's the dad joke. I like a dad joke. That's a good one. I never seen that one. That's a good one. I like that one.
Oh, that was a good
Um,
one.
but yeah, the WNBA thing is, I think, a bit laughable. Again, I'm not being mean. I'm not being. But again, I'm just saying how it is. It's just not entertaining to watch. If that was the only thing on TV, I would turn off and read a book. That's how I would feel about watching WNBA. I'm sorry. Like if you can give me a ticket for free to go watch a WNBA game, and I wouldn't. I don't care. Like I'm not going to watch them play because I don't follow it and I don't find it that entertaining.
I would rather go watch women tennis or women's soccer than go to a WNBA game.
We're getting we're I'd rather him I would rather him type those than what he was typing. So
Yeah.
it's like a kid. It's like a child. I have to. I mean, you could pay me to go watch girls pull each other's hair out, but
Yeah, I could
not
watch that.
not. I think I would rather go cut my entire backyard with scissors than go to a WNBA game. I'm sorry. That's how just unentertaining it is to me.
Like I said, that's no knock on the some of the players. I
It's
mean, they
not.
got some great
It's not.
players. It's just,
Like Aja Wilson, great player, amazing player. Candace Parker, amazing player.
yep.
Caitlin Clark is really good. Angel Reese is like Stephon Diggs. Shut the fuck up and just play.
The only
Holy
difference
shit.
is Stephon Diggs could play.
She can kind of play. She gets rebounds and then misses 5 layups and then gets 5 more rebounds and then misses 5 more layups and then finally makes one and then there you go. Like they have good players. It's not a knock on them. I'm not. But man, it's just not entertaining. That's oh my god. That one's so good. Oh, I might need to write that one down. That one's good. I gotta write that down. That one's a good one.
Oh Lord.
Again, we're hitting the time of he's at the dad jokes, but again, I would rather him be typing this stuff than what he was typing.
I agree.
That's a fucking good one. I gotta tell that one to my coworker who hates dad. Oh no, he loves dad jokes. My other coworkers won't like it, but I'll tell him that. I'll tell him that was from Jay. But yeah, the whole WNBA thing is again. I think it's a bit of a joke. Again,
Yeah,
it's not
I
a knock
agree.
on them. People might hate us for saying what we've said, but this is how we feel, and if they can somehow make it more entertaining, then fine. Pay them more. But they're not doing anything. They just want help from the NBA. They want help from the sponsors. Do something to make it more entertaining. Don't just expect it from the NBA. Just don't expect the help from the NBA. Do something to help out yourself. I'll write that down. That was a good one. I'm one for dad jokes. I love that one. I am one for dad jokes. Tony's out. He's quit. We're at the comedy section of our show, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you to Jay for that. What do you call? All right, just take it away at this point.
Oh, Jay, with you is just one endless surprise.
Mm-hmm. Again, he is a different kind of special.
Yes, he is. Oh, all right. It's time to close the show.
So good. I'm sorry, but that was so good. I gotta go tell that one time to my mom. She hates dad jokes. She hates it, so I have to go tell her that was from Jay. I gotta add on. Oh, yeah, that is the end of the show, Jay. I know you're upset, but we gotta. That's it. That's all we got. I mean, we could stay on live and let you tell dad jokes till the end of time, but we gotta wrap it up.
So, like always, it's been a pleasure with everybody being on. It's good to see you back, Jay. You know, it's been quite a while since you've been on. We haven't had a chance to have you basically disrupt our show like you do. Because
Yeah.
nobody does.
Sorry, you good. You good.
Oh, I was gonna say because nobody disrupts our show better than Jay does.
No, and that's someone that uh I don't mind interrupting our show for this. This is funny. Um, I hope that the new job is still treating him well. Um, last time I saw him, he said that it was going great. So I hope that that's saying the same. That's why he isn't here sometimes on Wednesday nights because he has to close sometimes. So I hope that the new job is still going well for you, Jay. And again, always good having you on and seeing you. And just making us laugh and making our night a bit better.
Yeah, it does make our night better when he's on.
Mm. We had
'Cause we never know what to expect.
no, we had to censor him a little bit. Put we couldn't put up a few of them, but I am spying on you, Jay. I am. Yes, we had to censor you, Jay, because a few of those comments we didn't want to put fully up on the screen because we have sponsors. Yeah, never you. But just thanks to everybody who tuned in. Again, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We'll be back next week with probably
Hopefully,
more info. What?
I said hopefully.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, we'll be back. Sponsor might say fuck off, but um, we will be back with probably more NFL free agency stuff. March Madness will be underway, so we'll be seeing how our bracket has started.
Falling apart.
Yeah, has absolutely fallen apart. And we might. I mean, I would subscribe. I would watch that shit. I mean,
Oh,
you'd
hell yeah.
have it. It would just you wouldn't. It would be a debate almost in your comments of if they think you're right or not. That's it. But again, just make sure to like, comment, subscribe. If you're on Facebook, again, if you're watching on either mine or Tony's profile,
Hey, the group channel's been working, like I said, 2 weeks in a row. I'm fucking
Hmm.
shocked.
That's a good idea, Jay. Yeah, you can always do something different. Um, but yeah, if you're on either like me and you, like one of our pages, go over to our group page, the DropZone podcast, and drop a follow on there, so you can get up to date on any sports news that we do post about. And again, we're live every week, every Wednesday at 7 p.m.
So until next week, later, everybody.
See ya. Yeah, Jay, I was just start a new one. Excellent jokes, Jay. Thanks for that. That was funny as hell.